And so we're going through the things that we've kind of collected throughout the past, gosh, how many years?
Too many to think about.
All right. This is something that we had on the parade route of the big parade.
The
What do you call
Dogwood
that
Parade.
Yeah,
Dogwood
that
Parade.
And looks like it got run over or sometimes. But that was our kind of like good luck charm after we,
If you can't make out what that is, that's a skunk. This is obviously a little more in-depth. Little Denny's.
That's a dead skunk.
Little Denny's stinky helper here, it says. And we actually put that in the parade of Dogwood Days and dragged it down the back of the
But he doesn't stink.
van and got in trouble for doing that, too, because we dragged it down the street.
Yeah, you can't drag skunks in Quincy, from what we
And
understand.
want people to get run over, have a skunk get run over. In this case, it has tire tread on it, if you can see that, and that indicates that the skunk has been, as you can tell the difference, has been run over. I don't know who the driver was, but
I'm not really sure.
We're not going to worry about that.
I'm not really sure. Yeah.
Those are just a couple of the items we have in the studio that you don't really get to see too often when we do the morning show.
Flat as a pancake.
And we have other items, too, like, for instance, this here is a box that says the official regulation of WQCY Game Day, which was 99 Q days, a projectile, and it's a donut hole that Mr. Oliver had saved from, what year, 1985 or 6?
Right on through there, yeah. Yeah,
And we used to meet each other in the drive-through of the local donut store.
across the street.
And whoever got in front of the other one would buy a donut hole and get out of the car and throw it at the person behind them. So we decided that we would have to do this off the top of the WCU building one day, which we did.
Yes, we did.
And threw the donut hole out. And one of the initial donut holes ever to be purchased for that event has been kept by you for whatever reason.
Notice the grease
Yeah.
around the
Yeah.
sides of the
Yeah.
see?
It's
There's
kinda-
greasy stuff there.
It seeped through the box. So
but it's still intact.
what are you going to do with this when you croak? That's what I want to know, huh?
I'm going to give it to you.
Oh, no, I'll be dead before you will, so the last one puts that in the casket.
We'll give it to producer Kurt here. He'll do fine with it.
Uh-huh.
But that's just some of the things that we've collected throughout the years. This is one of our most prized possessions because of the BQCY and filling off the tower.
And the
stuff like
craziness that we were then.
that. Yeah, and it was crazy, let me tell you.
And last but not least in the studio, people always commented when they come to visit us about, I don't know if you can see this too well, but this is an actual, and for anyone who knows me, just the fact that I'm holding this is remarkable. This is actually a snake in a bottle. And can we move that a little closer? Maybe that would help, or just put it down. All right. And it's wound around in there, and the head is sticking out facing forward, I believe, as you see it. But that is a snake in a bottle. I don't even remember. Did we get that from Dave?
Yes, Chicken Man.
Chicken Man brought that
Chicken
in?
Man brought that into us.
I have no idea where he got that and why a chicken man would bring a snake in is another story.
Well, I don't know.
But people do comment all the time about what is that? And when you tell them it, they don't want to see any more of it. So, and I'm not the snake lover either. So the fact that I even held that
Yeah, no
amazes me right now.
No kidding. Little snake soup? How
Yeah.
about that, huh?
Mhm. So you folks who listen to us all the time think that we just sit down in a nice, quiet little studio with no artifacts in it. Well, you know differently.